How's it going, everyone? Mike here. July 7th. What I figured we can do for a couple of minutes is do some research on what's selling, what's trending, and this is a pretty cool feature actually that is offered through Merch Informer. It's called Movers and Shakers, and if you go through their product research tab or option or whatever this is, there's a number of things that you can look for. You can look for products based on keywords, titles, all that kind of stuff. Actual merchants, so basically looking at a specific brand that you find, and then looking at their products. There's a bunch of other stuff, but once in a while I actually like to visit Movers and Shakers. It's this here, and what's offered through this is basically it's very simple information. It's shirts or items, as you can see here. These are categories. It doesn't have to be shirts that have been increasing in sales over a certain period of time. So, for example, you have daily option, weekly, and monthly. I really like to go through weekly and monthly, but right now we're going to be looking at the daily as well. And I'll first show you what kind of information we're looking at here, and then there are three designs that I decided we will look at closely. And then as I'm kind of going through this, you guys can get an idea, for example, about some of the designs that I won't be talking about, but that you can see here on the screen, because it's pretty cool, just to see different kinds of designs. And I always get questions from people, how do you do your research? How do you pick your niches? Are you chasing trends? Are you going with evergreens? The answer is yes to everything. There's so much here that you can do, right? You just kind of have to pick a strategy and stick with it. So right now we're looking at the daily movers and shakers. As you can see here, I've selected Merch by Amazon shirts, so we're only looking at merch, and we're looking at the US market. Daily period, and as you can see here, it's brought 300 results. Lowest price is $13.07, highest price $22.99, and then average is about $18.50, $18.43. So let's look at some of this. So as you can see here, this is the price in green. So all of these, the price has not changed, and this one's priced at $22.43. This one is well, actually, if you click on it, $19.99. I thought this was the line, so no, it's $21.99, and then $19.99 again, $19.98. So this is showing the BSR, which is the bestseller rank, and as you can see here, from this period, I guess there were no sales, and then, for example, once it hits a sale or multiple sales, it goes down. So down is actually where you want the BSR to go if you're tracking your own bestseller rank. So as you can see here, there's funny locks, gift for women, locked up, black lady, pretty afro art. Birds aren't real. What is this? Roller skating tee for everyone. The one that I wanted to look at is this one, and the reason is 9 estimated sales, and this is based on the bestseller rank. So this is monthly sales, and as you can see here, it was hovering around 3 million. Then it goes down, meaning like there were not too many sales. And then again, it went below 500,000. And I was curious. I was like, what is this? Like, I wasn't really familiar. So I figured, let's look at this shirt, right? So we look at this shirt, and the brand is Birds Conspiracy, bird watching spies. Okay, so this person is just kind of like packing it with a bunch of keywords. Birds are not real. Retro funny bird watching spies t-shirt. Okay, so I was like, you know what, this is either a funny joke or something's got to be trending somewhere. Decided to do a Google search and check this out. So this is actually what I got. This is an actual news article, and there's a movement that just started recently. As you can see here, this was written on June 28th. Birds aren't real movement says federal government replaced all birds with surveillance drones. So anyways, I skimmed through this, and again, if you're a conspiracy theorist, if you actually believe this is true, that's perfectly fine. I found it a little funny, but I actually want to read this quote just more for entertainment for you guys than anything else. This is what people actually think. So if you're thinking, this is a ridiculous movement or a theory, wait till we read this and then make up your mind, because the shirt is clearly selling and there are people that are buying it. So what makes me think that? I think the evidence is all around us. Birds sit on power lines. We believe they're charging on power lines. We believe that birds poop on cars is liquid tracking apparatus, said this guy. So this is an actual theory that people have that has turned into a movement that has now turned into a shirt that is selling and with a pretty respectable bestseller rank. If we scroll down to see when this was actually first available or listed, you can see that it's May 24th. So just a month ago, just over a month ago. And that is how you get new ideas, things, for example, where you can actually jump into a trend or a category or whatever it is and be the first. Again, for example, I would have never guessed that this is real, that people actually believe this. I would think that this would sell more as a joke, which probably is as well. But again, there's a real component to it. People are buying this because they believe it. So this is what you get with Merch Informer. It's pretty cool, actually. Let's skim through just so you guys kind of get an idea of what else is selling before we go to the weekly chart. Critical race theory is racist. So basically, this is, I know a little bit something about this. For anybody who's not living in the US, critical race theory was something that the Republican Party was pushing. And basically the liberal side is saying, you know what, that in itself, the theory that you want to teach is racist. So anyways, there's a big fight between, you know, what's racist, what's not. Eat, sleep, cycle, repeat. So just a cool cycling shirt, and it's that whole, you know, vintage design. What's pretty cool is that people are using different terminology. So for example, repeat, sports player design, games, gift. Right, so they're really packing it with different kinds of keywords. Here, just random kind of shirts, as you can see here, and these are probably one or two sales that make the bestseller rank, I guess, not spike but drop down, and that's it. So this is pretty much it on the daily. Let's look at the weekly, because that's where my next design is. Okay, so as you can see here, same type of thing, lowest price, highest price, look at this. And then the average price is about $18. So it's not cartoons, it's anime, and that's what I wanted to look at. The reason is, I know that these anime shirts are really selling. I personally I don't think I have any, maybe one or two that are up, and again, definitely not something that would sell, but this is a niche that is actually huge. If you're not in it, I would say get on board, because what I'm going to be doing is definitely jumping on board with this niche as well. Bestseller rank 100,000, 136,000, and let's see actually what is the projected or estimated number of sales. So 19 sales. So this shirt sells, you know, 20 a month, and this is a weekly trend. So that's actually not so bad for something like that. Again, you can see here just offered in a few colors, and that's it. You know, it's not cartoons, it's anime. It's you know, for very passionate people, it's a gift, and the niche itself is huge. And then the last thing that I wanted to talk about is this shirt here, and the reason is, as you can see here, the BSR dropped. But then that's where it's staying, and it's actually getting lower, which means that, you know, throughout June, as you can see here, there was no interest, maybe a few sales here and there, maybe. And then, you know, starting in July, now people are starting to buy this. And what is it? Hello Second Grade. So people are already starting to think about back to school, right? Hello Second Grade shirt, teacher, kid, back to school, gift, second grade, I guess, premium shirt. And this one was listed in 2019. I checked that earlier, and as you can see here, more products with this design. So July 18th, 2019. So basically, the reason I wanted to pull this shirt up is to show you guys that again, when it comes to those kind of like trends and not movements, but basically periods of the year when things keep coming back and keep selling, this is where we need to start thinking long term, right? Because a lot of people think, okay, you know what, let's just put up a bunch of evergreens, or let's chase this trend and maybe something will happen. But for example, this shirt will again start picking up. It's probably not going to sell, you know, for most of the year, but then you get a number of sales around this time of the year, but every year. And imagine having products like that, you know, thousands of products where you pick certain categories that you know you'll have a few weeks or maybe a few months of sales, and then, you know, for the rest of the year, I guess who cares, you know, nobody's going to be buying them. But if you multiply that with you know, hundreds or thousands or maybe even hundreds of thousands of items, the sales start adding up. So just before I kind of end this, I do want to show you guys a few other designs, just so you know you kind of get a sense of what's happening and what's selling. So as you can see here, you know, he's mine, very, very simple, but this is where it becomes interesting. It's gay pride couple gifts, right? So, you know, you could think, oh, this is, you know, for a girl, whatever. It probably could sell that way, but the way that this is advertised to people, it's generating sales. So if this was just listed as a funny, you know, couple's shirt, I don't know if anybody would be buying it. But because it is gay pride, and as you can see here, men's gay matching couple gifts, now it becomes interesting and it makes sense. You're kind of like putting that thought, putting the idea into people's minds, saying, you know, this isn't just for women, this is also for men. Let's see what else we have. Well, this is Brandon going for a bear. We're going on a bear hunt. This is a kid's book. I'm not scared. I'm not even sure if this was actually trademarked, because it's this is the title of the book, but they've added additional text, so I'm not sure. And then just as you can see here, simple designs, you know, this movers and shakers. So I'm just going through for your benefit in case you guys want to pause and look at some of this. I get kayaking gets me wet, sexual joke, very funny. I wonder if they're actually, there's nothing that actually says it's sexual or anything like that. And that's it. I'm going to leave it there. Again, my clear winner for the day is this one. You know, I'm going to start reading more news and staying on top of these conspiracy theories, because they're clearly selling. So why not? Anyways, thanks guys for watching. See you soon.